Hello everybody, how are you today? So today's video, I'm going to talk to you about how to take a set of drugstore nails and make them look like fully sculpted nails in the salon, how to attach them, how I finish them, and how I get them to wear for up to 2 weeks. Now, I don't recommend buying these and putting these on in front of your clients. It just looks bad. It looks bad that you have bought drugstore nails that you're going to charge them, you know, $50, $60, $70 for. So if you're doing professional press-ons for your clients, go with the professional bag of Joann's press-on nails that we have. But this is specifically for us nail techs because sometimes we get in a bind and I have a filming that I need to do or someplace I need to be, and I literally do not have time to do my nails, and the things have 6 weeks of grow out on it. So let's get to getting so I can show you these. If you've never bought these before, obviously you buy the length that you want. I got the active length because I cannot function with long nails anymore. They come with a tube of Kiss Pink Gel nail glue, and not to worry, I've already dehydrated this hand. That's why it looks so bad. It comes with that. This is nothing but liquid super glue. That's what all nail glue is, that. And then the tray is kind of doubled. So you got the loose ones here. Comes with a little tiny nail file, a cuticle pusher. Each of the nails have sizes on them, and the sizes are on the break off tab right there. Then you lift out this little portion, and there's the ones in the display as well. So first thing you're going to do is size up your nails. Now, I pretty much know my sizes just because from wearing tips or whatever. My thumb is usually between a 1 and a 2. So here is a size 1, and that feels a little bit big because it's sitting over on my skin. So let's try a 2. That's a 3. There's a 2. You want it to sit sidewall to sidewall, and that's going to be perfect from here to here. So there's our thumb. Now what I use my little tray for is I use this for left hand and right hand. So I just pop my nail sizes right in there. Now my middle finger should be a 6, and that's what I grabbed, and it is. So that's middle finger. My pointer finger should be about a 7 or an 8. Oh, child, these numbers are hard to see. Let's see what we got in the little docket over here. Those look too big. Okay, here's a 7. And that fits perfect. And let's size up this itty bitty pinky. Here's a 12. That's too big for her. Can you see? If it lays over on the skin at all, it's gonna come off. Here's a 13. There we go. Perfect sizes. All right, the rest of these, just pop back over here because I'm only gonna do one hand right now. All right, first and foremost, we've already talked about this. The thumb, it grows square out of, from the nail plate. So let me just take a little alcohol and wipe these down. Because I had soaked off with acetone what I had on before. That's why my nails look so crusty and dry and that sort of thing. So now using the little piece that came in here, because hey, you might be in a bind sometime and you won't be able to get to your stuff that you would have to use this. I dare say it costs more to make these tiny files than it does a big file, right? So the cuticle stick has a little pointy end and then the little slanted end. So just really gently push your cuticles back. And I have already pushed mine back prior to this. So I don't have much to push back, but I need to do some work here on mine. All right, you see how my cuticle wants to grow up the nail plate? You see all that stuff right there? That will keep my little press-on nail from sticking on. And it'll make it want to prematurely lift off of there. So I'm gonna grab my tiny little cuticle bit and take care of that. Now, technically, if you don't have a cuticle bit, you would need to do this with that little file that's in the package, because they want you to take the shine off your nail. My nails don't have any shine where I just now soaked off the really long Eat and Go nails that I had on. And I went ahead and trimmed my natural nail way down, because your natural nail cannot be any longer than the press-on nail that you're going to put on. That's common sense, but you'd be surprised the questions that I get. So yeah, make sure your nail is trimmed shorter than what your press-on nail is going to be. And just real gently take this around that cuticle area. Okay. Now with a soft buffer or this, either one, you want to gently take off the shine. The week I was at Chincoteague Island, my hands were all hydrated. My skin looked so good. It was nice and plump, and I'll come back here and my skin dries out, my hands get all wrinkly. So I've increased my water intake. I think yesterday I had close to 90 ounces. But you know, it was more humid there than it is here in the mountains. Okay, a little acetone. Because again, I want to see the chalky surface kind of appear here. Look, see there? That tells me I don't have any oils on my nail bed and that this is ready to receive the press-on nail, honey. And don't be alarmed, that nail looks dirty. I have olive green paint stuck up underneath there. I don't know how. It was some nail art I was working on, and I think when I went to, oh no, it's stamping polish is what it is. So yeah. All right. So now they're ready. Let's take thumbnail, because thumbnail is not shaped like my thumbnail. My thumbnail is very square. So you see, in order to get that to fit, I'm going to have to file off a little bit of that. Let's grab us a nail file here. You're just going to square off the bottom. And just do a little bit at a time, because if you file this down too much, if you get real aggressive, it may not fit, and then you don't have enough nail to work with. So now let's see how that does. That's almost a perfect fit. Almost. Now, before you put these press-on nails on, take your file and thin this out right around the cuticle area. You want this to lay as flush as possible. You gotta be careful, because some press-on nail brands are really thin and wobbly, but this one isn't. I actually like this brand. These were $8.99, so that gives you an idea of the price point. Now let me see how that's fitting. Nice. See how flush that is? I want it to be flat because I'm going to gel over top of this. Okay, so I'm going to do that to each one of the press-ons. Don't break that tab off yet because that's to help you apply these, obviously. Now these are translucent enough. You could attach these with rubber-based gel if you want to. I'm just going to put mine on with glue, but I'll show you the kind of glue I'm going to use. Okay, that's pinky. What was that one? Number 7 was the middle finger. All these, y'all, you can't have your size set in stone when you're buying press-on nails because every brand fits a little bit differently. And even the Kiss brand that are kind of almond or stiletto shaped, the sizes are way different on those. So I recommend sizing each set of nails before you get ready to put it on. And then this is ring finger. Now, because I'm gluing these on, I am not going to worry about taking the shine off of the back of them. That's not necessary. If I were attaching it with gel, that's another step I would need to do. That's why these are so quick. All right. Now, in your arsenal to do a successful set of press-on nails, you need a can of this. This is at either Sally Beauty or Cosmoprof, and it's called Hurry Up Nail Glue Dryer. This will dry any kind of nail glue very quickly. The glue I'm using for these are from the Dollar Tree. I used to use Dashing Diva's I can't even remember the name of it now. It's in a tube, and they stopped selling that at our Cosmoprof, and now the only way I can get it is to order it, and the shipping is as much as a tube of the Dashing Diva. Well, guess what? The ingredients are exactly the same as this. The gel consistency, everything. If I was a betting woman, I bet you a quarter that Super Glue manufactures that glue for Dashing Diva. So this is a super glue gel. It's at the Dollar Tree. You get 2 tubes for $1. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. Slide these over. I'm going to take the glue dryer, hold it about 6 inches from the nail, and I'm going to spray only the nail I'm working on at the time. I'm going to give that thumbnail a good little spray and just let it dry. On the inside of the nail tip, I'm going to apply my glue. Hold on. And this is the way you want to do it. Kind of all over in that little well. You want enough, see the gel consistency of that? You want enough glue so that you don't have any air bubbles in here when you press it on. That's why it's called press-on nail. Now, after each nail, I have to put the tube back on that, or this wants to ooze out of there. Fast Bond, that's what it was called, Dashing Diva Fast Bond. Now, when you set your nail, set it at a 45-degree angle. Get it back as far as you can and press, press, press. And then hold for 20 seconds. You really got to put some pressure on there. The spray that you put on the nail bed is going to grab this glue and start the drying process ASAP. This is how you get a really, really, really good bond with your press-on nail. Just hold. Hold, hold, hold. And once you have counted to 1,000, to 1,000, all the way up to 20, you can let that nail go. And I have no air bubbles, I have no air pockets, nothing. What I like to do is pull my skin back a tiny bit and give another spray right underneath there. And we're not going to touch that. Look what a seamless blend we got on there. Now we're going to do the same thing to all of the other nails. Make sure you got your sizes right. Now, if you've gotten the amount of glue ratio right, you don't have any seepage of glue. If you do, not to worry, because the glue that seeps out on the top of the nail is going to take a lot longer to dry than what's underneath. Just grab you a little wipe with some alcohol on it and simply wipe that away. All right? Always set at a 45-degree angle, you guys. Now, if you are experiencing any burning when you press the nail onto the nail plate, it means you have put too much glue dry spray on there, and there's just a little bit of a reaction that heats that glue up. So it could be that, or you got your glue spray too close to the nail. So try to keep that 6 to 8 inches away, like I told you. Glue spray. Now, if you felt anything kind of seep out under the edge, you can grab that. You see what a teeny tiny little bit amount that is. What you don't want to do is start filing these or pulling off these little tabs on the end anytime soon, because these need about 5 minutes to completely bond to the nail. And any wiggling, any tugging, any skin you're trying to pull back away, you know, that might have got stuck in the glue can loosen up the nail. So just be patient, all right? Remember, this is longevity, how we make these nails wear for 2 weeks. I think I sprayed my pinky already when I sprayed the fourth finger. All right, and when I'm, say, 45-degree angle, if you're looking at this from the side, this is how I'm pressing that on, this way. Okay, it's hard for me to get that in the camera. See how I'm holding that up? And then press down, press down, press down till you see that glue come all the way to the free edge, and then hold. All right, there we go. I'm gonna just give one more spray under the free edge. And we're gonna wait 5 minutes and I'll be right back. Okay, ladies, we're back. So we're gonna break off the little tab, pull that forward, and then just like that. And I just kind of like to brace that just a little. Now, whatever nail file you're using, you can see that left a little notch on there. So you got to get that notch off of there or it still looks like a press-on nail. Basically, I don't have to do anything to these nails. Child, these ready to go. But you can see my length, some of these are a little bit crooked. So in order to give these my shape, what I'm going to do is I like to lay my file down and angle the sides of my press-on nail in just a little bit. That makes it look more salon-ish than press-on. See there? It's not so bulky on the sides. So let's do a little bit of shaping. Just do a little bit on each side because it doesn't need to be slam, gram, you know, tapered in. But look what a difference that made. How pretty that made that look. Now that looks like how my natural nail grows. So do that to all of them. Just a little bit of a taper. Tiny little bit here. And now you can catch that free edge if you need to. I think that looks much better than this. Now, this one has a little glue that's stuck on it. So I don't recommend pulling your skin away from there. Just give it a minute. And after you finish your nails, drop you some cuticle oil up underneath there and it'll release it because I have had it tear my skin before. So angle, angle, angle. My tummy's growling. Can y'all hear it? And then just straighten that out a bit. Still longer on this one side. My middle fingers actually do grow a little bit crooked. So even though I fit that to my, oh yeah, that's better. Even though I fit it to my nail, sometimes you do have to straighten it up a tiny bit. All right. Now you can see this is why you don't want to start filing too early. If that glue is not dry underneath there, you're going to cause air pockets to come into it. Go make yourself a coffee. Go fix yourself an ice water. Don't wash your hands while you're waiting on your glue to dry, but you get the idea. Go do something for about 5 minutes and then you're good to go. Check your length from behind. Never check your length from the front because this one looks much longer than the others, but when I look at it from behind, it's exactly even. That's because that nail was shorter than the others. Honey, when I whacked these off, I really whacked them, didn't I? I actually got them shorter than what I thought. It's hard to cut your nail down with a long enhancement over top of it because I can't really see where I'm cutting. But I wear short active nails anyway, so it's okay. Not to worry. So that one's going to be a tiny bit shorter, but I don't think anybody will notice. If they do, they can keep that 2 cents worth of themselves, honey. You will learn as you get older the things that really bothered you when you were younger. People talking about you, saying horrible things about you. Let them talk, child. Sorry about that, because I got more important things to do. Now, take your buffer. Get the shine off the whole nail now. You are getting this ready for your gel application. All right, where you filed that, there's some stuff on the free edge. Bevel the free edge. I even do this on my natural nails. When I say bevel, I mean take your block straight up. And that gets rid of all those little stuff that's hanging on there. Okay. If you have glue that's seeped out underneath, I don't think I do, maybe a little bit right there, we're going to catch that at this point, and we're going to go back in with this little porcelain cuticle bit. If you don't have one of these, y'all, they last forever, and they are so good about even cleaning underneath the nail too. They are worth the 10 bucks, every bit of it. Okay. All right, now we are ready to gel polish. Now, let me say something right here. If you have gaps on the back of the nail anywhere, you would want to use your cuticle bit around those gaps as well. I don't think I have any. Matter of fact, I know I don't. But if you do, you would blend just around this area, okay? Secondly, you can't go straight in with just your gel polish. At this point, these nails are going to have a base coat on them, and I prefer rubber base because rubber base sticks to any surface. If you don't have a rubber base, you're going to use just whatever gel base coat you would normally use. These nails do not like shellac. So if that's all you have, you're going to need to buy like a gelish or a rubber base from us, something other than a shellac base coat, okay? So let me grab my clear one here. This one right here. This is the NSI rubber base, only because that's the one I got close to me. I have some Joann's rubber base, but it is 4 or 5 drawers away. Either one of those would be fine though. And do as thin of application as you possibly can. When we set our polish brush down, we're going to grab that bulb of product and plop it right here at the cuticle. And that is a no-no, because that is what makes that cuticle area look so thick and bulky. So now load your brush again from the bottle. The first brush you put down should be about 2/3 back. See there? Pull forward, pull forward. Now clean off that brush, wipe all the product off. And what you have sitting here, now start to feather that backwards. If you'll get in a habit of gel polishing like this, you guys, you'll never have a bulky cuticle. Child, this look like my nails. I'm telling you. It's been a long time since I've worn press-on. Okay, Okay, see there how that's leveled out real pretty? Make sure it's not in the cuticle anywhere. And go ahead and give that 60 seconds in the lamp. All right, so I'm going to go into my Joann's Summer Neon collection. We actually sold out of this collection, but this was one of the colors in there. It's color number 007, and it's this uber bright coral. Now, what I like to do is, because some rubber bases do not like certain brands of gel polish, is I just lightly swipe that tacky layer off. And you would know if they don't like it because it constantly wants to pull back on the rubber base. But rubber base is clean even after you wipe the tacky layer. Look, it is so clingy like saran wrap. You don't have to worry about it. So you can definitely do that. I'm going to put just a tiny bit on my little wrapper here so it can get around my cuticle really nicely. And let me grab my brush. And use my Perfect Smile line. And I have 3 little crystals glued on the top of mine, so I always know which brush is which. And let's get to polishing. Now I load that brush up. I still sit it at about 2/3 of the way back. And then as I get here, I push, push, push. It's always better to have too much gel polish on your brush than not enough, because if you constantly have to keep going back in there and stroking, it puts a lot of brush strokes into that gel polish and unevenness. Now I'm going to go as close as I can with my little brush here. Oops, let me get some more. And get in around that cuticle. I don't want these to look like they have a week's worth of grow out on it. I see a lot of people that on a fresh manicure, it's just, I don't mean it has to be up on the skin, but you guys, it's just not close. It looks like it has a week's worth of grow out on it. I like doing this on the first coat because any unevenness will even out on the second coat. All right, so I think that's about as close as I'm going to be able to get it. I'm going to freeze cure that. Push. When I push up, I really fan out my brush. Now let's do the cuticle. Please take the extra time and do this in your manicures. It makes such a big difference. I see gorgeous manicures ruined by the way the cuticle area is done so sloppy. Let's keep going. Cuticle area. All right, first coat has been applied. So now we're just gonna go with the second coat as we normally would. We don't have to use our little detail brush on this area unless there was a spot you missed somewhere. If you missed a spot, you'll catch it here, but otherwise you should be good to go just to apply. Just get as close as you can with the second coat and rock on with it. All right, friends, at this point, these nails are ready for artwork if you want to do that. If you've used the Joann's polish before, you know it doesn't really have a sticky layer to it. So if you're going to use glitter or something of that nature, you'd have to put a base coat on here that would hold your glitters. So at this point, I want to catch, you see some of those little gnarly places right in there? I want to catch it with my file before I top coat. I'm not going to wear any art on these because I'm crazy about this color. And I thought I was going to have to fix right down in there, but I think just a file and my top coat is going to smooth that out for sure. Yep. Now I double top coat my press-ons. The first top coat that I put on is the Outshine. The second top coat that I put on is my High Shine. Where is that? Where is High Shine? Here it is. And you say, Miss Tracy, why you do that? Well, number one, I want the strength that this top coat has in to add to the strength of my press-on nails. And oh, this is the one with the wonky brush. Outshine is a high viscosity top coat. It's basically indestructible. So I'm going to put one layer of Outshine, cure it for 60, and then I will do one layer of High Shine. And just let your top coat level out a little bit there before you pop it in the lamp. I have 4 lights going, is why you see the break in that light line. You're seeing both of the lights in there, or all 4 of the lights in there. At this point, if you have a little lump or a bump in your gel polish, this Outshine will level that out for you. Okay, just let it self-level just a second before you pop that in the lamp. I'm giving mine a little freezy cure, about I would say 5 to 6 seconds each before I move to the next one. And then I'll cure it 60 seconds before I put my other top coat on. Okay, again, let your top coats level out. If you've put glitter or something like that down, you may have to turn the hand upside down to get that top coat to level. So let's freeze that. And just keep moving right on, right along. You'll have a really pretty set of nails when this is done. Now, one thing, if you are allergic to super glue, obviously, don't put these on with super glue. Don't say, Miss Tracy said I could use this, and then it break your whole finger out. If you are allergic to nail glue in general, you should not be using super glue, because again, that's what it is. You would want to do a little patch test. I would suggest, if you've never used it before, maybe put on a pinky nail And just wear that for about 24 hours to make sure you don't have a reaction to it. And if you don't, then you'll be good to go. It's just like coloring your hair at home. You always want to do a little dye test. Make sure you're not allergic to the hair dye, right? Use your noggin, use your common sense. All right, we're gonna cure that for 60 seconds. I wish you could really see the color of these, because on camera, these are showing up like Hunter's orange would be. It's not close to the color that it actually is. And I find that a lot with fluorescent nails or neon nails. They are very hard to photograph. Like, the color never looks the same as it does on the person or in the bottle. Don't know why that is. It's just mostly with the neon colors though. All right, and to finish up, I want to go with 1 coat of my High Shine. Now, High Shine doubles as both a base and a top coat. Before I do that, I'm seeing a few little snaggies here and there. So let's grab those before we put that last coat on. That's common when you're using a plastic quote-unquote nail tip here. I don't want there to be nothing I can pick at, honey, because I will do it. I used to have a client, her name was Scarlett, and she said her mama was such a picker before her mom passed. She called her Helen. She's like, Helen would pick anything. She said, I told her one day, Mama, we gonna have put on your tombstone, died from picking. Now look at High Shine, how pretty that is, versus, well, you can't see. It's just more of a mirror finish than what this is. So freeze that just a second, and then you can go on with the others. I'm not going to put any artwork on mine because I'm loving the way, I love a really classy, beautiful, solid color manicure. It's one of the things I love to wear, and I've had glitter and I've had artwork and I've had chrome, and I'm ready to settle down for a simple mani. All right, let's go in for 60 seconds. All right, we're going to wipe off the tacky layer, the little alcohol. I don't mind wiping off a tacky layer, to be honest, because polishes that have a tacky layer are shinier than no wipe polishes. Look at that, how pretty. I wipe to clean up anyway. Now let's oil this nail. This is the KB Shimmer cuticle oil. This one's called Barely There because it doesn't have any fragrance to it. But it's the tri-level oil in that it always will separate into those 3 colors. You can shake it up, but it still comes back to those 3 different oils. And this one is unscented. Not everybody wants an oil that smells like fruit or musk or avocados or whatever. And it's the only one we have right now. Nancy is working on my other oils. Last time I got them from her, they sold out before we even got them on the website. So sorry about that for those of you that didn't get any. But she's doing us some cuticle pens. Now, this oil is not organic, is the only thing. It doesn't have a smell, but it's not organic. And all of Nancy's oils are certified organic and whole and clean. So, you know, that's important to some people. Now, take that little alcohol wipey. Listen, it's squeaky clean. Go right back over the top of there. And now you got a gorgeous mani. Ah, look how pretty. So listen, thanks for being here today. I'll keep you posted how long I keep these on. Talk to you later. Bye.